Hello friends, welcome back to Gecko's Gaming. Today we're going to be taking a look and playing the mono green Landfall deck. It's been pretty hot the last couple days on results on MTGO and tournament results. So let's take a look at the deck. It looks pretty sweet. The idea is we're trying to maximize Landfall. So we have Tifa, Mossborn Hydra, Bristly Bill, and Chocobo for Landfall threats. They all get big or make our party, make the rest of our creatures big on by lands hitting the battlefield. And so to support that, we have 8 landfall cards. And Escape Tunnel is interesting because on top of giving you 2 land triggers, it also can make a creature unblockable if it has power 2 or less. So sometimes you can start a turn with a Tifa at 1 or 2 power, or Mossborn Hydra at 1 or 2 power, even a Chocobo, and then from there you can get multiple landfall triggers and make it much bigger than a 2-power creature, but finish them off in that same turn. And Tifa and Mossborn Hydra notably have tramples, so it's really like, I mean, these numbers can get into the thousands on their power very easily in this deck, and then just trampling over is basically unstoppable. So between Escape Tunnel and the trample, we do have some ways to punch through big boards and finish them off also. The deck can also play kind of a grindy board stall-y game where you're just hanging out with Bristly Bill, making land drops, getting big guys, and making your team big. And then we have Traveling Chocobo, which is sort of the glue that holds the deck together. It works several angles. I mean, it gives all of these landfall triggers get doubled. It lets you play birds and lands off the top of your library to get basically drawing cards. So you can play Chocobo off the top or play these lands off the top. And then, yeah, the fact that it doubles your land entering the battlefield triggers gets out of hand really fast. So this is kind of like the engine of a deck, you could say. Spring Bloom Druid this is basically a combo piece. You cast it after you have one of these out. It gives you 2 landfall triggers, and then things can sort of exponentially get out of hand really fast when you have like a Spring Bloom Druid plus Traveling Chocobo that doubles both of the triggers. You know, like you can see how things get really out of hand really fast. We don't have removal main deck. Green is not known for having good removal in the first place, but instead we just have protection spells because our plan, if it works out, it's probably just going to kill them before they kill us 9 times out of 10. So we just want to make sure we protect our crucial creatures. So we have 5 1-mana hexproof spells to protect. And then we have Innkeeper's Talent, which is another bit of an engine in the deck that can enable your creatures to get bigger. Mossborn Hydra doubles the number of counters on it, so it works really well with Innkeeper's Talents, gives it counters. Tifa wants counters on her too, and then Bristly Bill doubles counters. So all these ways, they work together. It can be annoying for your opponent too to have to pay the Ward 1. That can be the difference between winning a game and losing sometimes. And then Land War is pretty self-explanatory, helps us ramp out, helps us get more landfall triggers actually too, which is pretty awesome. So like if we do an elf on turn 1, we can play Bristly Bill on turn 2, then play our land and immediately get another landfall trigger. And it helps you ramp into situations where you can play either on curve or ahead of curve. But if you're playing on curve with it, then you can play on curve. Like I could cast a Tifa on turn 2 and then hold up a mana for Snakeskin Veil to protect her. So the deck, that's kind of what it does. It's pretty one-dimensional, but it's very powerful too. And the sideboard, we have some Paw Patch recruits. I'm going to let you know I didn't build this deck. I basically just net decked this right off MTG Goldfish. So some of this stuff I'm still not totally sure how the sideboard plan is supposed to work and everything. This is my first time trying the deck, so we're going to be learning it together. But it has 4 Paw Patch recruit. I'm guessing that's for when you want to be more aggressive and when you anticipate the opponent to have a lot of spot removal. Just adds another threat. And distributes more counters and stuff. It can just be another pain that they have to deal with. Tail Swipe to take out creatures. This is our only kind of dedicated creature removal. Ghost Vacuum is obvious. There's a lot of really good graveyard decks in the format. And then 4 Heritage Reclamation just hits a lot of things. It hits the graveyard decks. There's a lot of crucial artifacts and enchantments in multiple top tier decks. So it hits those. And then we have Nissa Ascended Animus. We have 2 of these. This is just for a different angle of attack and longevity. Like if you feel like you're your creature stuff isn't enough to punch through, or if they're going to be overwhelming you with sweepers and removal and stuff, then you can switch to this, which is it's a very threatening planeswalker. And the longer it sits out, the more inevitable it is. And then again, it can destroy artifacts and enchantments, which is very crucial in this metagame. So I'm probably bringing this in against control or grindy matchups. And I believe this deck is going to be weak to sweepers. We have nothing to protect us from sweepers. So that's a big weakness that I see. We also have very limited ways to interact, so I could see us being weak to some tempo-y flyer stuff or some tokens that can go wide and kill us before we can kill them. But yeah, those are the weaknesses of the deck, but it's a pretty straightforward deck. I like that it's very aggressive and that it can have combo kills very early in the game. So it's a cool deck. And unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that protects. There used to be these cards like, I forget what it was called. It was like Heroic Intervention or something like that. Was that it? In previous standards, there's been cards that grant indestructible to your whole party. I don't think we have any of those in the current standard. Target creature can gain indestructible for 2. This gives target permanent hexproof and indestructible. But yeah, we don't have. I wonder if Tyvar would be reasonable in here. In the sideboard, it does survive. It can survive sweepers, destruction sweepers. It's okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's the deck. Let's go ahead and jump into some games and see how it goes. All right, trying out the Landfall deck for the first time. I'm not sure if you have an elf and a chocobo, which one you're supposed to lead with. I'm gonna lead with the elf here, actually. Because we can still get the chocobo trigger on turn. We'll still get the same amount of chocobo triggers. And this lets us potentially hold up a Snakeskin Veil if we want to. And I could do Innkeeper's Talent and protect my Tifa. It's interesting. There's a lot of options here. I think I'm just going to do both. This way we have 2 threats. They can probably only take out 1 on their turn, realistically. And then this turn we have the Veil and the Talent. Okay, they're roasting Tifa. That's fine. We got another Tifa. That's pretty sweet. And Innkeeper's Talent or Tifa. Let's play Tifa. Let's play both. Alright, opponent just scoops. Looks like they had an awkward hand. Probably playing Gruul. Maybe Delirium, or maybe just more of the regular aggro version. And I'm not really sure how to sideboard. This is my first time playing the deck, so I don't know if we need 5 of these right now. Innkeeper's Talent is, I guess, a flex slot. Most of these cards seem pretty core to the deck and what it's trying to do. Do I want Ghost Vacuum or Heritage Reclamation? Honestly, like, all the sideboard cards seem somewhat reasonable here. Gonna have to figure this out. This is somebody else's list, so it's I'm gonna have to figure out kind of what their sideboard strategy is. The Talent might be a bit of a liability on the draw. Got 1 Veil too. And Heritage Reclamation and Tail Swipe both seem reasonable. Ghost Vacuum, of course, is reasonable too. And this is reasonable too. She destroys artifacts and enchantments. Cost 5 though. Let's bring in a Reclamation. Let's bring in a Tail Swipe. I'm trying to cut both talents actually. I guess let's try this. I don't know. The Delirium deck tends to have enough artifacts and enchantments that Heritage Reclamation is fine, plus you can exile something from their graveyard. This is not a good hand. I'm going to have to mulligan this one. It's just too slow, especially on the draw. And this is reasonable, I suppose. Probably put back one of these interaction spells. Put back Reclamation since it's maybe a little more narrow. If we hold the escape tunnel until after Bristly Bill, we get the double trigger, but then we're not guaranteed to play Chocobo on turn 3. I think that's probably okay still, though. Still feeling a little awkward as you guys are gonna sitting with me while I kind of work out the kinks here in this deck. Never played it before, so. What did you get with that? You got a Brynhilder? I don't think we want them to be chaining Brynhilders, so I might just go ahead and destroy that now. That puts 2 more card types in the yard, though, for him. It's not good. Let's just put our guy out. We did get another land, so we can choose to trigger Bill or play the Chocobo. Another Brynhilder. The breakout, so drawing cards. Got another land there. 2, 4, 7 damage. I'll take 7. We'll try to mount a comeback this turn here. Another escape tunnel, that's kind of neat. Let's put a +1 counter on Bill. I guess I should have played the escape tunnel, because I should have played the escape tunnel instead, since now I'm leaving mana untapped. I would have still had roll achievement up, and then I could have used the escape tunnel, get another trigger or whatever. Okay. We're just learning the deck here. First time playing. There's a Wicker Folk. Oof. That's gonna hurt. This gives me double triggers, but this one, you know, kind of is essentially drawing a card, so it is a little close. I think the double triggers are more valuable because we really want to be getting big here. Okay, maybe we can stabilize at 3. FOMO with haste. Okay. Probably have another spell too. This is going to be rough. Alright. Looks like we're almost stable. We have a reclamation coming up, that'll be good. I'll probably have to shuffle it away though, unfortunately. Okay, I have a Brynhilder. They've drawn a lot of cards from Brynhilder this game. Bushwhack. Getting a basic, sure. Reclamation would be a really good draw, but I think I'd rather make sure I get 5 untapped mana this turn. Keep sprinkling +1 counters on our guys too. I think it still makes sense to kind of spread them around. This. Play this land because then I can activate Bristly Bill plus hold up Snakeskin Veil. We're going to need to draw either another creature or some interaction here. Oh, they're playing Terra, nice. That's pretty sweet. I love the art on that too, that's really cool. I don't think I've seen that art yet. So I'm probably dead, yeah, I'm dead. Pew, pew, pew. Good game. Man, what an awesome art on Terra. I love that. That's sweet. Okay, so now we're on the play again. Yeah, I just I don't know how to sideboard here. You have the Reclamation still. On the play, I feel like I want to go more all in on just the running them over and killing them. So maybe we'll cut the Reclamation. We could keep Tail Swipe just to remove blockers, I guess. And do I want Paw Patch or Innkeeper's Talent to be more aggressive? I could bring in the Veil too again. Paw Patch is not exciting, it's just so much smaller than all of their creatures. So I think I'm not going to do that. Let's bring the talents back. We'll have 2 talents, 2 tail swipes. Alright, let's try that. On the play is where we want to be. Oof. So slow of a hand, though. Is this a keepable hand? I don't think so. We need to get early plays. Alright, this is better. Try this. This hand is pretty slow, but I'll have to do. Okay. And so we'll play Bill. Unfortunately, we've had to use a lot of our Landfall triggering lands just to set up, and that's when the deck seems to be slower, and then you don't get your payoffs later. Oops, I just unplugged my monitor, so sorry about that. Plugging it back in. My monitor just came unplugged on accident. Alright, waiting to see what's going on here. Okay, there we go. Alright, sorry about that. Is it their turn still? Okay. Sorry about that, my monitor came unplugged. Alright, I'm gonna do this right now to make sure we don't miss land drops. Is he considering torching the tower? I'm gonna go for the Chocobo and see if we can hit another land. Nope, we didn't get there. But if they have a torch, it sucks. But I think that kind of feels like they do, but... Oh, they don't. Okay. There's Terra again. Super sweet. The old art. The original type of art for her. It's really cool looking. I don't think I want to take the trade. I'll take 4. Violent Urge. Okay. Taking a lot. Maybe taking 12 damage. That's just what we gotta do, I guess. Nice. There's a land. That's pretty awesome. So I can play the Hydra. The Chocobo would get crazy because it would get so many counters on it. If a land you control entering the battlefield causes if a permanent you control. Oh, it's only if it ETBs, so yeah, we're going with the Hydra. Okay. Opponent says good game, okay. It's a 48-48. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll just pass here. And hold up the Veil. And then next turn they're dead to a 48-48 Hydra. Comes Breakout, okay. We just need to survive this turn. Double Breakout. Double Breakout and a FOMO. 2 FOMOs. Okay, this is kind of crazy. Opponent is going off. For real. Alright, that was pretty sweet. The deck definitely does its thing. Alright, round 2. Pretty decent hand. Got the double Chocobo start. And then next turn I'm going to play the Chocobo, then play my second land, and then we have Royal Treatment up. Human Soldier, when this creature attacks, you may pay 2 if you do it in Endurance, which is put a +1 counter on this creature, or create a 1/1 Spirit token. Okay. Let's go ahead and Chocobo, then land, and both our Chocobos go up. And I don't think I want to attack into that right now. I could, like, burn my Royal Treatment. You know what? I think I've seen this list, this Soldier deck. I don't think that they really play removal, so... I think that they're trying to convoke stuff, too, so they really want to hold on to their early creatures. It's a pretty wild-looking island. I don't think I've seen that one before. There were a lot of sets in Standard that I didn't play at all, right? Some of the older and middle ones. There's the Warden of the Inner Sky. And a Mockingbird. So they can start doing the Warden thing here. Okay. It's tempting to play the Passage and get the double trigger. But then I'm tapped and I can't Royal Treatment. Huh. So if I do this, I would get 2 Chocobo triggers each, so they'd both be 3/4s, and then 2 Bill triggers. So my Chocobos would both be 4/5s, I believe. And again, if I'm going with the thesis that the deck doesn't really play removal, then we want to just try to run them over. So yeah, let's do this. Swing for 8. Nice, okay. The Night Ranger. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm in for taking 12 damage next turn, looks like. I think he has to block one of my chocobos. Otherwise he's dead. He can't block Bristly Bill because this would be 11 damage, so attack everybody. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Should be good. I don't know if there's some kind of a crazy anthem effect or something. Even if they double their power, like, I would still be okay. Whenever you attack with 5 or more creatures, soldiers, creatures you control get +1/+1 in flying. That card's pretty good. But, yeah, I don't think it's enough. Whenever you attack with 5 or more creatures, soldiers, creatures you control get +1/+1 in flying. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 11, 12, 13. So, yeah. It's GG. Yes, I do have another blocker they can drop. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna need a little bit of help here to finish this game. Okay, yeah, now he's dead, because even if just Bristly Bill gets through, it's still 4 damage. Because I can double the counters. GG. We were just one turn ahead of them there. I don't know, I mean, doesn't look like they have good artifact, enchantment, or graveyard stuff I want to remove, so probably not bringing in Heritage Reclamation or Ghost Vacuum. Nissa is way too slow. Tail Swipe might be reasonable. Paw Patch Recruit's not good either. It just gets trades with like their 1/1s and stuff, and like I said, they don't really have targeted removal. So I think Tail Swipe's the only thing I'm interested in bringing in. Just target their crucial creatures. And I can probably cut some of these hexproof cards, some of these protection spells. Innkeeper's Talon, again, I'm not a huge fan of it on the draw, especially when you're up against a fast deck. And I don't know, that I would imagine that they bring in removal post board, so maybe the Veils are a little bit better in that situation. We'll keep 4 hexproof effects and 1 Innkeeper's Talent. Let's give it a shot. The Innkeeper's Talent seems bad, but so does the Snakeskin Veils kind of seem bad too, so. Alright, we need to get another land, but I think it's keepable. It's not great. This deck seems to really suffer from not hitting its 1-drops. Like, if you don't get a Llanowar Elf or a Stasis Chocobo in your opening hand, it feels bad, I guess. The top 4 cards of your library. What's this? When it enters, you may reveal a soldier. That's why I saw this land. Enters tapped unless you reveal a soldier. Taps for white or blue, and it can give your pumper soldiers. Okay. I got the classic Fabled Passage question again, where it's like, I'd really like to save it. But I do have a Druid I can hit on turn 3 to get the double triggers, so I want to make sure that I think it's more important to make sure I hit my 3rd land drop on curve than to trying to get greedy with saving the passage trigger and hoping I just draw another land naturally. Alright, let's get the forest in. And there's another passage, that's nice. Go ahead and put Bristly Bill down. It's got resolute reinforcements. A soldier lord here, huh? 2 mana 2/2. Gives all the soldiers +2. Pay 5 and exile it from your graveyard to put a +1 counter on each soldier. Do I want to take a trade here? Probably not. Oh, it's okay. Azorius Chocobo is a great draw. It allows us to tail swipe this turn with Royal Treatment up and all of that. Let's put it on Bristly Bill. I'm interested in having a 3/3 blocker, and also then I can tail swipe the veteran on their turn. I'm gonna wait till they attack though first, because I can get some extra value out of them not knowing that their creatures are going to be 1/1s and 2/1s instead of 2/2s and 3/2s. Okay, that guy doesn't really do anything right now. You need to attack with 5, and they only have 4, so... Okay, that's pretty good though. Yep. They're all going to get flying next turn, that's the thing. I think I'm dead. 5 plus 4 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I'm just dead. See if I can somehow fool him into blocking. It's not going to happen though. Yep. Alright. It's going to be game. This matchup seems to be just whoever whoever's on the play wins. Both very linear decks without a lot of interaction. Okay, I got another guy. All he has to do is attack and I'm dead. Okay, there's another Mockingbird, sure. It's pretty awesome. Another Copper Coat, yep. Alright, good game. Alright, now we're going to be on the play again, so that's the good news. And I just don't know, like there's just nothing really in my sideboard that helps here. Green isn't known for having sweepers and things like that. The Snakeskin Veils and the Royal Treatments do just kind of feel like dead cards, so let's cut some of these for some more talents. At least gives us some more ability to run them over on the play. And then I think that's about it. That's all we can really do. Maybe I want some Plot Patch recruits just to have another body to attack with on the play. They're just not really they're not interacting with my creatures, so I didn't see, even post-sport, I didn't see any type of interaction at all. So, um, and none of these guys interact, so. Let's try this. Just be as proactive as possible. And indeed, perhaps I even should have taken this strategy on the draw too, even though it's not as much of a sure bet there that we'll run them over, but this is a bad hand. Doesn't do anything the deck's trying to do, really. I mean, I can, like, do the Paw Patch Recruit with Offspring on turn 2. I guess that's kind of okay. I don't know. Yeah, I'll give it a try. I don't know. It's not a good hand, but I think it's at least playable. And if we draw some of our power, we'll be in a good spot. Like, having double Paw Patch Offspring by turn 3 seems okay. Okay, we got the Chocobo. Does that change anything? Do we still want to just put out the double Paw Patch first? I think so. We just need to get that board presence going, and then next turn I'll play a Chocobo, and then we can get double triggers with an Escape Tunnel. And then probably just play this one as a 1-drop. I don't know. Well, that actually makes it better. Now we can do both. Now we can both Offspring the Paw Patch and get max value out of the Chocobo, so it's pretty good. You know, I'm totally fine just trading these guys off. Like, I super don't care about these Paw Patch Recruit guys. I'm just getting in for some damage, that's good too. Yep, they got the Resolute Reinforcements. No surprise there. Convoking Knight Errant again. Pretty good. They only got one hit off of it, which is Coppercoat Vanguard. It is a good one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 5. So we can take a hit from the after they play the Vanguard next turn. I think I'm interested in... I'm not sure if I want to attack with the Chocobo and give it unblockable this turn. Or if I just want to try to make it as big as possible. Feels like the game's going to be over in a couple turns, and if they drop that flyer or some other lords that immediately pump their whole squad, like, we could get really punished for trying to hang back and block here. Even though I think in this board state, it favors us if the game goes long, potentially. I don't have good attacks with the Chocobo. Like, if I attack, he blocks. My Chocobo can get up to a 3-4, and he just blocks it with the Knight Errant, and it feels bad. And then I get in for 2, 4, 6, 7 damage. Is not even that good. I don't know. He might fear a trick and want to save his Knight Errant and block somebody else. Okay, that's good. That's what we were hoping he would do. It's probably just the best case scenario. So now I'll go ahead and pump the Chocobo. Okay, and hopefully we can set up to at least punish them if they attack us. This hand was so weak. This hand is very weak, and I possibly should have just mulliganed. Mockingbird, okay. Probably on the Vanguard, I'm guessing. Get a double Anthem. Okay, we're just in a holding pattern now. I don't have good attacks, and I can't. Oh, there it is. That card's so crazy. 4, 8. I'm dead, aren't I? I'm super dead. Nice. Yeah. Seems like a bad matchup for us. Seems like a bad matchup. Specifically, this Harbin is like the card we can't beat here. Oh no, he copied the Vanguard. The Harbin is actually legendary. That makes sense because this card's very strong. If it was not legendary, that'd be a little crazy. Alright, next round. I'll play first. It's a good hand. Can ramp into the turn 2 Chocobo. Maybe we want to save it for turn 3 though. The Druid is not good early, like we want to cast this later once we have Landfall guys. I always have to read a Traveling Chocobo 100 times because it does so many little things that are easy to forget. Play lands and cast birds from the top of your library. Land or bird entering the battlefield. Triggers an ability, it triggers an additional time. Another one of these go wide decks. These are crazy. I can't. These are like probably the Achilles heel of this deck. I guess I'll just get the Chocobo out now because I don't want to spend a turn just casting a Llanowar Elf, really. And this guy is not going to be good until we get Landfall triggers and stuff. Play the Traveling Chocobo. Hopefully they don't remove it. If they remove it, like, our game plan is pretty much toast. Alright, there's a Mossborn Hydra on top. Draw that next turn, that would be great. Maybe I should have played the Escape Tunnel this turn and just get the tap land out of the way. Like, Escape Tunnel plus Elf. I could see that play being potentially better than what I did. This one, like, we just definitely get blown out for removal in a way that maybe we don't need to risk it because we have a Snakeskin Veil in our hand. However, now I can use the Snakeskin Veil to protect the Mossborn Hydra, and that seems even better, so... Yeah, these go wide decks tend to not play a lot of removal anyways. I could shuffle with the escape tunnel, but not great. Because I can't play another land even if I hit one, so let's just go with the Hydra here. It's awkward, like our shields are down, but just banking that they don't have a removal spell. And if we can survive this turn, I think we'll be in a really good spot. Yeah, I'm still getting used to sequencing with this deck. There's a lot of interesting little decisions in terms of tap lands and payoff lands and that kind of thing. But the deck is pretty cool. I really like Traveling Chocobo. It's a beautiful card. Okay. This stuff is all pretty soft to trample, I would say. I'm happy to shuffle away my Royal Treatment, especially since I already have a Snakeskin Veil in my hand. Wow. That's insane. The card's so good. Man. And if I would have just untapped, I could have saved it. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting that. I forgot about this card. This card's great though. Really solid removal spell. Especially in a deck like this. Now we get double Spring Bloom. We have 2 Spring Bloom Druids, but like nothing to do with it. This deck might be interested in some, I don't know, some kind of fixing, like, I don't know. I mean, C-Note Scout maybe? Or just something to smooth out the draws and get, like, because it's kind of a combo deck, but I have a hard time just assembling the right combination of cards at the right time. Sometimes it feels like. Okay, this is just bad now. Play the elf, I guess. I have no triggers going on for the Chocobo. That's very sad. I guess we're just attacking here. I'm okay trading the elf. I don't really care about it. Play this Spring Bloom Druid just to get it out of our hand and put another body on the board and get the Fatal Passage off of the top of our deck that we don't really want. Okay, Chocobo is also not what we want. We just need like a Landfall guy. I need to be more patient, I think, when I'm playing the deck. I shouldn't have ran out the Hydra when I had the Snakeskin Veil in my hand. My entire game plan was depending on that Hydra, so I think it was worth it to wait a turn. Just to wait till I can protect it. We gotta really cherish our win cons, because they can be few and far between in this deck, it feels like. Spring Bloom Druid is Another Spring Bloom Druid is really not what we want. Do I want to burn my last Spring Bloom Druid just to shuffle again? Shelvin Chocobo, it would be cool if it let you play additional lands. It would be a lot better, obviously, but I guess the card's already pretty good, but it's kind of a black pill looking at the top of your library and just being like, okay, it's definitely not what we need. But then I have another one in my hand that I don't want to burn to shuffle because then I don't have any more fodder if we do get a landfall guy, which we need to win. So I think I'm just sitting tight here. I guess I'll cast a druid next turn if I don't get anything juicy off the top of the library. Opponent's just like racking up the value though. It's getting kind of crazy. Okay, we'll block that. Bartolome is getting pretty big. I guess I should have blocked one of these 1/1s too. That was silly. It's pretty free to just do that and save myself 1 damage. Okay, got another land off the top. Do I want to... Yeah, let's do that. Not a Chocobo. Okay. I just gotta get these lands out of my library. I guess... Like, we have more time. They're not trampling or anything, but... I'm also not advancing my game plan, so I think I'm gonna play the Druid just to... I mean, actually, Giant Escape Tunnel could set me up for a big win later. Alright. Alright, we'll keep it. We have chump blockers we can use. Ptolemy's getting bigger, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, now things are getting scary. Now we have a problem. Oh, I should have blocked these guys again. Dude, I don't even see them there. They're like blend in with that red, like, tissue, whatever that is. Okay. Alright. We're gonna rally together, start playing a little bit better, but this one's probably already lost. But I don't need to be taking 2 damage from those guys per turn. That was just stupid. What are we doing? I need to draw the other half of my deck. I need to draw the landfall creatures. Okay, there's a Tifa. That's something. I will put the escape tunnel down now. And if we can keep that Tifa around for a turn, we're going to win, probably. Alright. We got a plan. Might be too late. Do I need this elf next turn? I don't think I need the escape tunnel, so I can sack that. I don't want to sack it now, though, because I don't want to shuffle. Alright. Yeah, so next turn, Chocobo. Okay. I might need to jump back with one of these Chocobos, we'll see. Fabled Passage is a good hit. Fortunately, I can't give Tifa haste, so there's no point in playing her yet. Put this down. And play Tifa. Save the Spring Bloom Druids till my turn, I guess. Because I'll have 6. Yeah, I'll have enough mana to cast both Druids and also the... and also hold up Snakeskin Veil. Alright. See if we can get there. Okay. It's drawing a lot of cards. You're gonna try to remove Tifa? I'm gonna Snakeskin Veil. So hopefully you don't have 2 removal spells. You could easily draw another one though here. Drawing 2 cards, 3 cards a turn basically. It's gonna draw another card. Okay, they're gonna draw 2 more cards now. Gone through 2 pylons. I'm guessing they're playing 4. Okay, that's fine. Drawing 2 more. Okay, the Enduring... I thought Enduring Instant... Why did they only draw 1 card off that? That's weird. Alright. Is there any way they could pump the Innocence? It's kind of weird to attack with that. I'm not risking it. I'm just gonna let it do 2 to me. Either way, they're gaining 2 life. That's the only thing that matters. This next turn is the only turn that matters. If I can kill them here or not. So I can escape tunnel Tifa right away before I start to play my lands. And then, yeah, I think that's going to be game, pretty much. She's going to do a ton of damage. I'm not going to be tempted by that because it's a distraction. It's mana that I don't need to spend. It does double my landfall triggers, but I don't think I need it. So if they don't have a removal spell, they're dead. If their last spell is not a removal spell, then they are dead. Yeah, there's no need to keep going off. I mean, I can make the number really big just for fun, but this is enough. Drawing cards, seeing if they can get that removal spell. Okay, we got him. Nice. that was a crazy game. Okay. Very slow game. That was 20 minutes. I mean, I was not playing the fastest, but the opponent was playing very slow. What do we want to bring in here? We definitely need to keep the... I don't know if there's really that much I want to bring in. Maybe Tail Swipe. Take out some of their key creatures. We definitely need the Snakeskin Veils and Royal Treatments because they have the Pylon, which is a very good removal spell in their deck. It's got the talents on the draw for Tail Swipes. And didn't see a lot of really good artifacts and enchantments necessarily. Not things that are good to hit with a destruction spell, at least. Alright, let's try this. Alright, this is a good hand. Turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Bristly Bill, plus a land drop with Snakeskin Veil up. Or Tail Swipe, if we prefer. Saz's Chocobo. Yeah, we can do that. Do we want to wait one more turn just to make sure we're being safe and keeping our bill alive and stuff? I think I want to be patient and play the bill first. No, I'm gonna play the Chocobo because we do this. This puts like 2 threats out, and their removal spell costs 4. They could only really take out 1, I think. So this also gives us the most chance of like running them over. Has the most upside, and the downside is well mitigated, I think, by the fact that they can only take 1 out of the threats. Okay, that's pretty good. All right. Spring Bloom Druid. Sack a land. Get 2 forests. Get some triggers. Put 1 on Bill. Put one on the chocobo. Now we're popping off here. Let's attack. I thought they would do that. That's okay. I guess it doesn't really matter which one I do. What I don't like about this line, though, is that I don't have the Snakeskin Veil up now, but they're behind on board, so they have to kind of replenish their board to, otherwise, and again, I have multiple threats, so a targeted removal spell isn't going to save them. I think it's okay. It puts them on the back foot enough. They have to not only replenish their board and remove my creatures, so... There's Sephiroth. It's pretty good. That's pretty good too. They don't have enough creatures to tap to put... they don't have enough mana to cast their removal spell, so... Okay, I could activate Bill, or I could play Chocobo and hold up Snakeskin Veil and get another land trigger on that. It's kind of interesting. Oh no, I can do both because I have the elf, okay. Yeah. Didn't see that elf there for a second. Okay, Bill's a 4/4. I'll become a 6/6. I will survive everything. Let's put it on this Chocobo here. Start getting that boy big. And maybe I should have put it on the Spring Bloom Druid. One's in a tough spot because, I mean, they just have to chump block. I mean, that's the thing, is I don't have trample, so their best bet is just chump block each one here. That's what they're gonna do. Yep. Get to Drain 2 also along the way, which is pretty good. I get a new creature that they can draw a card with Innocence. Sephiroth is a beast. Alright. Sinkhole Surveyor is like a very strong creature. Wouldn't be surprised to see more of it in the new standard. I was actually looking at it too from my black. I have a mono black Dark Confidant deck I've been working on. Might make a video with that this week if I have time. All right, that's getting crazy, dude. Sephiroth's gonna flip, right? Alright, let's go ahead and double. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell, but they don't, so that's good. Alright, I mean, how many creatures are gonna die, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so jamming for 5. And then Sephiroth will transform. really need some trample. The problem is I could just let the Spring Druid... I can let some of my creatures just in and take the damage and then put me in a tough spot next turn. Like, am I just alpha swinging here? I'm not sure if that's good, or if I just want to swing with a few creatures. Because see, on the crackback, I'm taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, okay, so 5 creatures die. Let's say these... No, it needs 4. So let's say these 4 die. I take 4, go to 9. He attacks me for 5, 6, 7. Not technically quite dead. Let's do this, because then there's no way that 4 creatures can die this turn and then can't flip Sephiroth. But it's not like we're winning this race until we get trample or something. Or removal. Yeah, they just have infinite chump blockers. Like, our board is good, but we don't have any trample, so... Oh, this is crazy. They're just making like 2/1/1s per turn. This is nuts. This doesn't feel very beatable, honestly. And when this thing is max P, it just gets +1 power. Voice of Victory too. That's all pretty good. That's all a lot of good stuff there. Okay, pylon, yep, we got the... Wait, why can't I cast this? Oh, because of Voice of Victory? Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Alright, I think this game's over. I mean... let's just do one more draw step, I guess. I'm not sure what can save me, but... I need kind of trample and haste, but... sure, put it there. Okay, GG. We're going to game 3. We're going to be on the play again. On the play, I do like the Innkeeper's Talents more. We kind of just really need to remove their key creatures, though. I'll play 1 talent. I'll keep 2 tail swipes. Need to remove a Sephiroth if it hits the board. That was just crazy. All right. All right, that's a good hand. This hand can do it. Tifa, nice. We don't have a way to protect her yet, but I think I want to just get her out right away. Getting Tifa out is like just very much a key to beating this deck. Having her on turn 2 is pretty nutty. Hopefully they don't have a 2-mana removal spell. I don't think they do. All I've seen is Pylon so far. I'm not sure what we're playing next turn. Maybe Chocobo for card advantage. Try to see if we can get some more stuff off the top of the deck. Wasted Victory, sure. I think I want the Chocobo first. It'll allow Tifa to double twice this turn, which is okay. I mean, I'd like to get the +1 counters train rolling fast, but it's very mana inefficient. I can play him next turn along with another spell. So let's go for Chocobo. Let's see if we can get another land off the top or something. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. And then it'll double trigger Tifa. And I don't think I'm ready to attack quite yet. Yeah, we'll wait. We gotta protect our threats, remember? That's the motto right now. And Tifa has trample, so she's uniquely very good here. Okay, there's Sephiroth. It's gonna be good. They got their key Final Fantasy VII character on curve, and we have our key Final Fantasy VII character on curve. We're gonna double block this guy. Put an end to that nonsense right away. He only does 1 damage, so it won't kill either of our guys. This turn I can Bristly Bill and Springbloom Druid. Okay, Sephiroth flips. So we lead with Bill. This is going to be a massive smash of a turn here. Yeah, we want to put the +1 counters on first. Yep. So the stack is correct. Counter is on there. Put those on there. Double, double. And we'll double like several more times. And they're just dead. Yep. We want the Bill first and then Tifa. Alright, we got him. Good game. What was that? That was a turn 4 kill, I think? Yeah, nice. I mean, the deck does some crazy stuff. Like, you gotta respect it. If you don't have early interaction, you're gonna be in trouble.